Quinn, are you ready to be fired up? Because I sure am. I've got Quinn Williams here, and you don't know her, but she is so funny. She's got so much energy, and you would not believe it. She actually just told me she is an introvert. So she actually sold over 200 homes her first 2 years in real estate. She is a TikTok superstar with over 350,000 people. She loves talking about real estate, investing, finances, and she is here. And I'm going to encourage you right away. Go look up Quen, Quen Williams right now on TikTok. Give her a follow, and you are going to be loving her. Hi, Quinn. How are you?
I'm good, Krista. How are you, girl?
I'm so excited. So we just did a really fun live on TikTok. That's because that's her forte, and I love podcasting. I like TikTok too, actually. But Quinn, you just got done telling me now, if you go watch her, which all of you go follow her right now, you will find that she is 100% funny, outgoing, looks like she has the funnest life ever, and she loves people. But tell me what did you just tell me?
Yeah, no, I'm actually an introvert, like a really deep introvert. And I guess you could never tell, but I am.
No.
I am an introvert, like deep down inside.
So how did you were saying that you had to kind of do a rebrand. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah. So when I first became an agent, I became an agent after being in the Army, right? So complete 180, right? No, there were no transferable skills, at least that I could see, surface level. But yeah, I had never been in sales. I had never negotiated anything before. I had never had to have like the client type of relationship that you have to have as a real estate agent. So I had to learn how to be an extrovert, or at least how to seem like an extrovert, right? So I completely had to step outside of my comfort zone. 100,000,000%. Like, I was a totally different person because I had to be to make this work.
This is really important for everyone to be listening, okay? Yeah. So she's basically saying, and by the way, thank you for serving our country, Quinn. I mean that I have mad respect for veterans, something I could never do. I'm too much of a chicken, and I hate leaving my house, let alone my country or my state. So thank you for doing that. But this is really important that she said that I had to get out of my comfort zone. I had to do something I was totally uncomfortable doing. And she wasn't like, she looks like she's naturally good at being on video. She looks like she's naturally confident. People tell me that all the time about myself. Like, oh, you're just so good at it. I'm like, no, I'm not. I don't love doing it. I have the same insecurities, worries. I have these huge pores. I'm always feeling like my pores look extra big. I think all this, my hair is dirty right now. I think all the same things that normal people do, but I know that I have to do it, and I have to make it a part of my life, because I believe in, just as I think Quinn would agree, that marketing and innovation is the backbone behind every single business. And there's no better way to market than utilizing platforms where people are already on, and video, because people feel like they know you. Like, literally, people think that they know you. Like, I feel like I know Quinn. I feel like we are friends, and we're having like forever, and we just know each other through social media, right?
Yes. Right. Girl, Krista, we are best friends. Okay. What are you talking about? We're best friends.
I love you. You're so cute. That's what I mean, though. It's so funny. I learned something new about Quinn today. And she actually took one of my trainings 5 years ago. And that's what inspired her to kind of do real estate in a different, non-traditional way. And man, you crushed it, and you're crushing life right now. Like, to think that you now are getting paid from these social media channels, from TikTok, right? You're being paid to collaborate because of your huge following, and you had to take a risk and do something totally different and be willing to put yourself out there, and look at you now.
Yeah, totally. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that all of this would have led to where I am now? Like I said, I am still a diehard introvert. So when I first got licensed, I feel like this will be helpful to people, for people who are introverts, to tell you what I did to step out of my comfort zone. So a few of the things that I did was I went on like meetup.com, and I went to different meetups, right? Book clubs, wine clubs. And I tried to go to places. I didn't go to like real estate networking events, right? Because in my mind, and it still makes sense to this day, I'm not going to find a client there. I'm going to find other real estate agents. I may talk to some lenders and maybe some title folks, but the real connections are going to be made by trying to find clients, right?
So agree.
So yeah. So I went to different meetups. I had just moved, I got my license while I was building my house at the time. And so I joined the HOA. I was a part of the HOA. I never would have done that before, never in a million years, right? And my very first client I got because I stepped out of my comfort zone, because I went to an HOA event. They were doing a small business Saturday type thing where you could promote your business. And I just went out there to support the HOA and just like meet people. And I put up one of my little open house signs, just in the little parking lot we were having a thing. And this couple came up to me out of nowhere. Don't know these people from, a can of paint. They came up to me and they were like, hey, so we're thinking about selling our house and moving back to California. Can you help us? And I was like, yes, I can. I had never had, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have yelled into the microphone.
No, you're good.
Those are my first clients. Those are my very first clients. And that was a few months after I got licensed. And it was because I'd been doing all this work to get out there in front of people, in front of complete and total strangers, things I literally never would have done before. Videos also. Doing videos helped so much. Doing videos on Facebook at the time, because that's where I was so heavy into social media, was on Facebook. I did videos where I would just give tips. I was a new agent, so I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but as I learned something, I would make a video about it, right? To teach other people. Now that getting leads from social media took a while, but what that did was it helped me gain my confidence by posting videos to social media and let my friends and my family know, that I am in real estate, right? So even if they couldn't buy, which they couldn't buy anything from me because I was in Austin, the rest of my family and friends are in Houston, Dallas, completely like 3-4 hours away. But they were able to refer people to me. And, I was a part of a lot of different Facebook groups that for real estate agents. And I created a real estate networking group where it was like a bunch of us veterans who happened to also be in real estate. We created our own little referral group where if one of us had someone who needed to move to Austin, they would all refer them to me, right? Or if we had somebody going to Virginia, we had somebody in Virginia. Yeah. So social media was a huge one. Doing videos was huge. And then just stepping out of my comfort zone in general was the biggest thing that I could have done for my career.
Oh, I can't tell you the exact same thing for me. I mean, I remember when I was selling a ton of foreclosures, right? And then the market got better. And all of a sudden my 13 different asset management companies and foreclosure companies I work for all disappeared. It seemed like overnight. I went from selling 169 homes down to like 12 and going, oh my God, what am I going to do? And I was like, I'm going to dominate social media. I looked at what are the big brands doing? What are Google, Nike, Whole Foods? Why are they spending $7 million for a 30-second commercial? They're doing it because marketing is currency. Attention is currency. The more attention, the more brand awareness you have, the more money you will make. It matters who you know, but what matters more is who knows you. And there's no better way than utilizing social media and video. I have made the bulk of the money that I've made has been, and we've made millions of dollars, right? I mean, you can see from we've made millions of dollars has been from Facebook. Yours is TikTok. It's kind of like find your thing. Learn it. I always say learn, implement, master, repeat. Find your platform. Be consistent as possible. Master the platform and then go to the next one, but don't stop doing the first. There's so many people like, which one? I want to do all of them. No, pick one. I mean, do it well. Learn it so good. And then you can go to the next one, but don't stop doing the first one and don't stop mastering. But the biggest mistake that I see people making is number one, they don't start. They're worried about being perfect. And number two is they stop way too soon. They don't see the results right away and they stop way too soon. One of my mentors said, you need to every single day, at least once a day for 365 days and don't stop, and don't stop. And I've been bad, even on my own podcast. Like I should be doing this more. We were like top 20 podcasts. And then I got busy and started doing too many things. And then we didn't do as well. So now we're committed to doing that again. We're committed to mastering social media, but you've done so well. I think too, Quinn, it's really important to for you to have left what you were doing to start something new and to go on this venture. And she did it. It's only been 5 years, right? Like 5 years that she's been doing this. And now and TikTok's only been around for how long? How long has TikTok been around? 2 years?
I want to say like late 2019, 2020 is when it really became a platform, an actual real platform.
And so did you do well right away on it?
No, I did not do well right away. With TikTok, 2020 was the year of TikTok. And 2020 was the year that things started like blossoming for.
I'm Krista Mashore. I hope this is helpful. Be sure to subscribe. And every single month, I have a virtual online 3-day event where I go over these strategies and so much more that helps agents and teaches them what's working right now in real estate. So look at the link, click somewhere onto this page, and I'll see you there.
I just started on TikTok and I just made videos. I just went on there talking. The video that really put me kind of like on the map for TikTok was in 2020. It was when I was renewing my license for the first time. And I just made a video. I set my phone up on the window. I remember this day like vividly. I set my phone up on the windowsill to record. And I was like, oh my gosh, I just renewed my license and I calculated and I sold, like 100 homes in like a year or something, right? That was the video that like somehow went viral, popped off. It was on Twitter, it was on all these other places. And that led to so many different things, right? That led to me, getting more clients, of course, but also like outside of real estate. I was put on the map by TikTok. TikTok, the company, saw me as a creator, and I won awards with TikTok. I've done campaigns with TikTok, not with other brands, but directly with TikTok, right? That helped me so much. And it was literally just me getting on the internet, making a stupid, quick little video, excited about how many homes I'd sold in like a super short amount of time, and people were excited for me because it was genuine and authentic. And I mean, that is what laid the foundation for everything else that followed.
Yeah, and it's funny too. So I've noticed because we had a harder time with TikTok. I actually hired a TikTok coach. Wasn't a very good coach. He was like telling me to go watch that other people. I'm like, you're the coach. You're supposed to tell me how to do it. Like I'm hiring you to teach me, not for me to go research what's not working. And that's why I'm hiring you anyway. So we ended up letting him go, but we kept at it. And now what's happening is videos on TikTok that didn't perform before and now are, because it's so weird how it works. Like they're blowing up. It's like, what's going on? And now we're doing, it's way, way better on TikTok. It's actually I don't know how much actual money it's coming from it. That's something I need to figure out. I need to monetize it a little bit more. Like I need to get people off of TikTok and onto my platforms. Okay. So if somebody's listening to you now, the couple of things that she said was very important. She said, I was a brand new agent, and I just grabbed my phone and I started talking it. I learned about something and then I'd go talk about it. And perception is reality. This is so important. I had a student, her name was Sue LaFave. She actually won Best Beaufort Realtor of the Year. She didn't ask for votes like everyone always does. They get like, vote for me. She didn't ask anyone to vote for her because she had never sold a house yet. Because of her video content, her creation, talking about the market, talking about interest rates, talking about what's happening in her community, she got voted from her community as Best Beaufort Realtor of the Year her first year before she had ever sold a house. Like that, you can't make that up. Why? Because it looked like she was doing business. She was adding value. She was educating. She was entertaining. And I'm going to say, Sue, I love you so much, but she was really bad at video at first. Like she was very stiff and she looked like she was not good at all on video. And she still wasn't the best at video. I'm not either, but she's doing amazing. She sent me a video saying, hey, Chris, I heard you talk about me on your podcast. And she's like, and I just made 6 figures the first quarter of the year, over $100,000, all because of video as a new agent. That is the possibility if you just stick to it. And especially in real estate, you need to stick to things because it's a longer life cycle, right? They say like from the time somebody starts thinking, it's usually around 11 and a half months before they actually take action, right? So that means that stick to it. If you stick to the video content, you add a lot of value. You're serving, not just selling. It's not all about like, look at me, I sold this. I'm great. I'm number one. Who cares? Add value. Talk about give tips and tricks, and people are so obsessed with real estate. They're obsessed with it, right? I mean, what do you do, Quinn, when you see a house get listed in your neighborhood? What's the first thing that you do?
Oh, I go look it up immediately. I need to see how much is being sold for. I need to see what the inside layout looks like. I need to know how they decorated the inside of their home. I got to see everything.
Exactly. That's what we all do. And we're in real estate. Imagine people that aren't in real estate. So What's the first thing somebody asks you if you're a real estate agent? You go to a party and someone knows you're a real estate agent. They ask you what?
How's the market?
How's the market? So we have to tell them. Our job is to tell them about the market. Tell them what's happening, people. If you want to start upping your real estate career, you want to start selling more houses, you want to start working with more sellers, create more seller-driven, value-driven content towards sellers. Put an ad spend behind it. Be consistent about it. have a strategy and stick to it, and you'll be amazed at what can happen. I mean, look at Quinn. She's just a little rock star. And go watch her right now. Quen Williams, go follow her on TikTok. She is so funny. She is so entertaining. She gives great information, and she's just herself. And she said she's an introvert. You would never know that, by the way. You would never know that.
Well, thank you. I'll tell you a couple of things, just two things. One, everybody's going to be bad at video initially. Everybody's going to suck. Everybody is going to suck. What's that quote? Like you have to do 10,000 hours or something to, you're going to suck and suck and suck and suck until you finally don't suck. Yeah. And then the second thing. Suck. And you still suck. I still suck to this day. There's so many videos that you guys will never see the light of day. Okay. Because they suck. And then the other thing is, if I could give another like really powerful tip is, I think that doing videos, educating people when I was a new real estate agent, because that was new information to me, I was giving information from the eyes of someone who didn't know real estate. Right. So keep that in mind when you're making educational content, is you need to go meet them on their level, right? Talk to them on their level, not where you are, not where you expect them to be, but where they actually are. Meet them where they are. And that is the best way to empower people, entertain people, and get people to like you, because you're not talking over their heads.
Yeah, it's so true. Don't try to act all smart, and don't use acronyms. Nobody knows what FSBO is, or nobody knows what MLS is. Nobody knows what a contingency is. Like, you have to tell people, because they really don't know. And I mean, most real estate agents don't know. So imagine that like what the public doesn't know, right? And they just want to be educated, and they want to be, like you said, they want to be entertained, and they want to be you, and for you to be yourself. I lose teeth a lot. Like right now I got my they're not my real teeth, they're like temporaries in right now, right? So I just had to hire a new dentist. If you would see the nightmare I've been going through. Anyways, I lose teeth all the time, like at least once a month, or I'll have a tooth missing for like 3 or 4 days. I'll still do content, and I'll be like, look, I'm doing it without a missing tooth. And people are like, I love that you just did that.
Yeah, I think I was one of those people that commented the other day. I love this. We love an authentic queen.
It was. I think that's part of the reason how we ended up getting together. But it's like, I mean, you just have to be yourself. And some people are grossed out by it. But I attracted Quinn. We are on this together right now because we're both crazy in a good way.
I agree. I totally agree. You can't be afraid of, getting rid of the people that aren't there for you. The people that are going to work with you are going to work with you. The people that are going to like you are going to like you. And you have to, what was that quote that I heard one time? Like, if you're talking to everybody, you're talking to nobody.
Yep.
Right. You can't be talking to everybody. You need to find your people. And the best way to find your people is for you to be authentic, because you could put on some whole other persona while you're doing your content. But the people that you attract with that persona are the only people that are going to be attracted to you. And it is exhausting to not be yourself. I'm telling you this after doing videos consistently for 5 years, and I've only been doing it for 5 years. For 5 years, if I had to put on some different persona in order to get my clients, I wouldn't be where I am now. I'd be even more burnt out than regular burnt out, because I'm putting on another face to please people when I could just be myself.
It's so true. And the thing about video, there's actually something called a parasocial relationship. And what video does is people feel like they know you. It's just like when we cry, we watch TV and we cheer for the character, we cry for them, we laugh for them, we root for them, we hate the bad guy, because we feel like we know them. Like we feel like we know these people. It's the same exact way with your community. People feel like they know you. So when you go to a listing appointment, or you go to meet a buyer, they're like hugging you. They've got your one of my clients, she loves goldfish. And so she goes on a listing appointment, and people had goldfish for her, like Swedish fish. They had Swedish fish and a Diet Coke for her at the listing appointment, because they knew she liked it from her videos. People feel like they know you. And who do people want to work with? They want to work with people they know, like, and trust. It's all about that. So here's, if we can give you any advice at all. And I'll tell you, this is exactly how when the market got better and my business kind of dried up, I committed myself to making videos. I committed myself to making videos about a specific community and showing up every single week about that community and talking all about the neighborhood, the types of homes, the style of homes, the different price points, the floor plans, the HOA, what was included, things nearby. I created content, and I took that content and I ran targeted ads in that area. Now there's something called a special ad audience, which you need to know about. You have to only do 15 miles if you're in real estate. But the point is that I made it to where it was impossible for everybody in my community not to know who I was. And so when I show up places, or they think that they know me, and so I've already like 50% there. I'm 50% ahead of my competition, if not like 95% ahead of them, right? And then if you just follow that up with a few really good business practices, like dropping off your book, dropping off your marketing plan, send a listing a presentation video, doing a video beforehand, like there's so many things you can do that's going to up your chances of getting it. It will make it impossible for you to lose. And it doesn't matter if you're new to the area or a new agent. Nobody knows that except for you. You have to do just what Quinn said, is learn something and talk about it. Learn something and talk about it, and do it consistently. I love that you said that, because it is so true.
Exactly. Yeah, no, it is. That is literally what I've built my business on. It's literally what I'm doing now. It's just teaching people. And it is that was one of the most pivotal things as I was selling homes that helped me be a good real estate agent, keeping in mind that I have to continue learning and that I have to continue teaching people, right? And then also just, it makes people feel better, I think, to learn something new and to know that you're their advocate, you're there for them, and you are there to explain things to them. Because think about being like a first-time home buyer, and you're looking at that settlement statement or your estimate, and you have no idea what any of that stuff is, right? How many home buyers are really going to ask the lender questions? They probably feel so intimidated by that amount of information, right?
And they don't even know what to ask half the time. Half the time, they don't even know what to ask. Like, think about it.
You don't know.
They don't know.
Yeah, you don't know what you don't know, right? So if they think about the whole real estate transaction as that estimate sheet, right? Seeing that estimate for the first time, all those numbers, all those words that you don't know, that is what an entire real estate transaction is like to a first-time home buyer, right? To most buyers and sellers. They don't know any of it, right? So you have to come into the situation assuming that they don't know those things, so that they know that they can trust you to guide them, and that you're not going to talk over their heads or make them feel bad for not knowing something, that they trust you to be able to ask you questions, and you're going to explain it in a way that makes sense to them.
Yeah, and they're getting to know you. Like, along the way, they're getting to know you. I mean, people binge watch. I cannot tell you how many times I've heard people tell me, I binge watched your content. And why? Because we forget, as real estate agents and lenders, how it's so dear to people's hearts. It's their home. They have babies there. They make love there. They get divorced there. They get married there. They have children there. They do everything there, right? It's their life. It is their most prized possession, and probably one of their most largest financials investments or transactions they will ever do. And they are serious about it. So they are researching beforehand. So the goal is this: you want to show up when they are looking. You want to show up well before they are looking, so people think about you when they are ready to go. And I can tell you, it's happened to me where somebody is like, my clients love me, I do a great job, but I have heard, we bought a house. I'm like, oh, but you didn't use me. And they love me. They forgot about me. It was my fault. I let them. So don't let them forget about you. Okay, Quinn, right now, everyone, if you're listening to this, be sure to give us a 5-star review if they found this helpful. Make sure you go follow Quinn Williams on TikTok. Make sure you go follow Krista Mashore on TikTok. And we also are on Instagram. And like her stuff, you're going to learn a ton. And hey, if you like what she's doing, you can model and emulate what's working for Quinn, right? That's the best form of flattery. Don't steal, don't copy, just model what she's doing. And what she's doing is giving value and being herself. Quinn, I always ask this one question. By the way, thank you for serving our country. Thank you for being in the Army. You are so strong. And I really appreciate that, because it's hard and we love you for that. But if you can give one piece of advice, anything related, real estate, family, love, abundance, whatever it would be, what would you leave our viewers with? And make sure you tell them Quinn is Quen Williams.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, it's Quinn, Quen Williams, with 2 S's at the end, because somebody stole my original name with 1 S. So
no,
Quinn Williams with 2 S's. But if I had to give people one tip, I would say the best and easiest thing to do that would apply to any and all situations is be yourself and do what makes you happy. Do what works best for you. That works in personal and business. When doing videos, does it work for you? If you're watching a video back and it's not serving you, don't post it. You know what I'm saying? Talk about what serves you. Talk about what feels authentic to you. And I feel like you could never go wrong. Never.
Oh, I love it. And just be yourself. Be yourself and love
Mhm.
yourself. Just love yourself.
Mhm.
We're all so hard on ourselves. Like, and I think it's harder as you get
Mhm.
older, as a woman, especially. I find it like, I'm vain. That's why I had the damn facelift I showed you about. But it's like we're hard on ourselves. So let's to love yourself. Quinn, it has been so nice having you. Thank you so much, everybody. Everyone, I hope you are just as fired up as I am. Make sure you go follow Quinn. And if you want to learn more about video, social media, digital marketing, go to KristaMashore.com/unstoppable. That's KristaMashore.com//unstoppable. And I will see you next time. And remember, nothing happens from watching. Implementation is key, not knowledge. You can get all the knowledge you want, but if you don't implement, your life will not change. Everyone, thanks a lot. Thank you. Thank you, Quinn. I'm
Thanks,
Krista Mashore. I hope this
Krista.
is helpful. Be sure to subscribe. And every single month, I have a virtual online 3-day event where I go over these strategies and so much more that helps agents and teaches them what's working right now in real estate. So look at the link, click somewhere onto this page, and I'll see you there. Thanks so much for watching my video. You can learn more about how to be a successful real estate professional by watching other videos that I have. And be sure to subscribe to my channel. And as always, make it a great home selling and buying day.